Well, good evening, folks. Welcome to the 98th episode of Airfix and Chill. We're two away from our 100th episode, and I still haven't got a special guest yet. Nobody wants to play at 8 o'clock at night for some reason. I'll have to get somebody in. I will. I'll try and get some sort of special guest in to chat with to make the 100th. I may even bribe Dale from Airfix and get him to pop on, Anyway, good evening, folks. I hope you're having a cracking weekend. Honestly, it's been so hot, but it's that funny sort of hot, isn't it? It's like that muggy, I was at the bike racing at Thruxton on Saturday and Sunday, and the track temperature got to 41 degrees. So while we're watching the bikes car, there were some elevator smashes, some crashes and whatnot there, but it was a really, really good weekend. Hot, but I was in the grandstand, so we had quite a bit of shade. But when I popped out to the men's room and whatnot and grabbed myself an ice cream, it was absolutely baking there. People were there shoveling sun cream over themselves. But yeah, it's not been so sunny today, but it's still been that mugginess, hasn't it? So, but hey ho, I hope everyone's well. Over 150, 120 comments in the chat already. Crumbs, you must be bored. So, anyway, we've got Pound Side, we've got Fenris, we've got James, we've got John Alec, we've got John, we've got Alex. I have invited Nigel and Luke, but I think Luke might be working, but hopefully they'll pop on at some point. Get rid of some of the notices. I thought I'd put this on now. So on Saturday, we have the Blue Lamp Model Expo 2024 at Woodrush High School in Birmingham. So if you'd like to attend that, please go and visit them and support them if you're in Birmingham. That's on a Saturday. Unfortunately, I can't go because obviously Saturday. Do you know what? I think I might be able to actually, because I think I've got a cancellation on that Saturday. Oh, hang on, toot me light. Hang on, I might be able to attend that on Saturday, but we shall see. We shall see. And then on the Sunday, it is the North Devon Model Show at the Park Community School in Barnstable. If you'd like to attend, I'll be going to that one with my model, with the model club I attend. I will bring the Spitfire Mark 8 along again. So if anybody wants to see that, I'll bring that with me. I took that last week to the Avon Model Show, and the ISCA Scale Model Club were very gracious to put it there so that people can have a look at it. So whilst they were looking at all the models that come from the club, they were able to look at at least the decal sheet and the new parts. Because it was all in the box. You could easily take it out of the box and have a look, and have a gander at the new Spitfire Mark 8 124th from Airfix. So I just see Rorex has just popped in. We'll add him to the stage as well. So there's two scale model shows I know of, and I might be able to attend both. We shall see. We shall see on that one, which is good. Right, let's remove that out of the way. So tonight's topic, and I thought about this at the weekend because I actually opened up and unboxed the new submarine from Revell. And I don't really take much notice of box art like I used to, because I don't really think it really appeals to me like it originally did. Because there's so much information out there now. You can see a model get released, and you can then go to YouTube and see people who have reviewed it. Box art doesn't really hit me in the same way as it used to, where I used to go into a shop and decide. But before we started, I was trying to work out the types of box art we have and what works and what doesn't. So let's reel them off. So I'd help here from Alex and James, but there's what I call artistic impression. So it's either done with watercolors like Roy Cross, etc., or you've got the ones that are digital like Airfix do with the Adam Toomey ones. That's two. You've got the picture of the model built and sprayed up and everything. That's three. Number four is a picture of the model in its natural environment, so like a photograph. So say like a tank, and it's like, you know, a picture taken of, maybe colorized because it would have been black and white. You know, that's 4. We had Rayfield Models, if I'm right, do a CAD version of a box art. Is that correct?
Yeah.
And then the 6th one we were thinking of was line art. And who did line art, James? Was that you? Was it you? You mentioned the line art one. You're muted, James.
Edard.
Edard do like a line. So there you go.
They do it for their royal class boxes.
What was that?
I don't know. Come in, mother.
When you're saying line art, do you mean like a side view or a 3-way projection?
Yeah,
that's what you mean, isn't it?
Mm.
So like modern day PM models do that, don't they?
Do they? I'm just trying to work out. You see, I can't remember seeing them. I know that when, you know, a lot of manufacturers, they put out a box art, and it, like Hella did, they didn't have the box art finalized, so they put out like a CAD image, don't they? Yeah. And then they replace that when they finally get the ones. But you know, for me, what's people's thoughts? Do box art really does it pull you into buying a model now?
I think box art can definitely put you off buying a model.
That's a good shout. Can you name some example of that? Because I know, you know, I suppose
there's a Chinese company called Silver Corn. They're often called model hobby kits, but they're actually Silver Corn. And their artist artwork on the front of their boxes is
dreadful.
Diabolical.
We got any examples, anyone? Then we got examples.
I think Trumpeter and Hobby Boss are really hit and miss. Some of their box art is quite good. Some of it is photos of the model. Some of it is okay. Some of it is bad, and it's really all over the place. It doesn't seem to be any consistency in the.
Yeah. Well, put it like this, like I'll tell you one box art that really got me this year was the was it last year? Sorry, the Airfix 135th Ferret Scout. If you know,
yeah, it was
purely, you know, post-war, you know, they went down the German route, and there was history in that picture. They had the gate. I know it was the wrong way round or something. I think they had it backwards or something. I don't know. But that was one that I saw, and I thought, wow, that's a really, really clever box art. Definitely very
Speaking
well.
of box art,
Yeah.
The border model nose section of the Lancaster.
Yeah.
It's hysterical.
Why is it hysterical?
They've got a American flight crew flying the Lancaster.
Yeah.
And then they've got different types of planes around the Lanc.
Interesting. There you go. He's got one there.
Yeah.
yeah.
Look at the Lancaster in the background. Doesn't that look lovely?
Look at that 109 in the foreground.
Yeah, it must be like inside.
Oh, that's lovely, isn't it?
Put your bigger, Nigel, so that people can see it.
Yeah.
That Lancaster in the background. What happened to that?
Doesn't look right, does it? I'll focus. So, but then again, that is an artistic representation, isn't it? I don't know. I think you don't see a lot of box art now with the model made and sprayed up. No, it's always some sort of artistic license involved. So whether they've used oils or digital.
Doesn't Tamiya still do box art where the kit's made up on the lid?
Don't think so.
They used to, didn't they? Like, quite
They
recently.
used to. There's a few like reprints that they do, but like a lot of times you'll see too where it's very much the model's been painted up, but then they put it on like a painted background to give it that action, I guess. And I
Yeah.
think for me, like that's fine. But if it's just like a painted model, like Testers was really bad about this, where it was just like a painted model sitting on a workbench. That
Yeah,
does
well,
for me, you know.
Yeah. I get that. I do get that. Here you go. Let's have a look at Rifle models a minute. Let me just click that and let's have a look. Rifle models. Wow, that's serious. That is, isn't it? Let me just present that then on screen. Share screen. Rifle models. There we go. So that's it. There is it. Can we blow it up? Can we make it bigger?
Yeah.
There you go. That's interesting. So that's basically CAD art, isn't it?
Yeah, I wish they wouldn't do that.
No.
It's not very representative of the kit either, is it?
That's how the designer intended it to look.
Yeah. That's all CAD, isn't it? That isn't the model, is it? That's actually CAD.
That's all CAD.
That's all CAD work, isn't it?
I mean, Airfix do a lot of that on the sides of the boxes as well, don't they?
Yep.
Well, that's all right there, isn't it?
That is
Yeah.
on the side. The main picture is that one.
Yeah. Look at the price though, 44 quid.
I mean,
Well, that is a special edition one, so it's. And interestingly, the Ryefield do their standard Leopard 2 is like box art, normal artistic representation box art. This one has extra bits. It has all the explosive reactive armor and the other pieces added to it in resin.
It's got Ukrainian markings as well, isn't it?
Yeah, it's a special Ukrainian edition.
Yeah, I quite like that.
I assume then money for that will go to a Ukrainian charity of some sort because of that.
You'd like to think that.
here's another one that gets me, and Trumpeter, Hobby Boss, Kitty Hawk, they're all guilty of this. With that box art there, that
Yeah.
helicopter. What's wrong with bloody camera? Come on. Focus, you piece of junk.
Focus.
What's wrong with it?
The one is pretty good, that one.
The only thing on the screen, right? Yeah.
Three different kinds of ones.
Yeah.
There we go. It's coming now.
There you go.
And you can see there, that cannon,
Yeah.
that cannon is not in the kit. And that is the whole thing about an MH60S. It's got this F
Yeah.
cannon on it, and it's not in the kit.
Yeah.
Only the first 500 or something had it as a special edition. But nowhere on the box does it say first 500 gets that cannon.
Wow.
That's a bit naughty, that, isn't it?
It's
Yeah,
like Trumpeter with the Hobby Boss with the Scamel. On the front of the box, it's got the Scamel badge, it's got the spare wheel on the trailer. You don't get it in the kit. There's an American truck by Trumpeter that's got this beautiful truck with a great big gun on the back. You don't get the gun, you only get the truck.
Yeah.
That's been said before though, because it's like when you see it, that's been done by a few companies where you think you're getting like I don't think it was Airfix, but another one did like an RAF refueling, and all you got was the lorry, which was the tankard. You didn't get the other bits that came with it. You didn't get the hose or anything like that. It was just the tank. So I can see that happening. Yeah. But as I said, a lot of people have said that a lot of people did get drawn in back in the day. It was the box art. And I think that's what Roy Cross was famous for, I should say.
It was, yeah.
And then when it got sanitized for different markets, when they had one of the bombers coming in and the engine was on fire and everything else, and
that was a Lancaster Mark one.
Yeah, and they removed all that, didn't they? He actually said in his video that they sanitized it.
Yeah, they did. They even feathered the propeller so that it wasn't on fire.
Yeah.
Or a Matchbox 172nd Blackburn Buccaneer with bombs on.
Yeah.
Didn't have bombs in the kit.
Did have
No.
bombs in the kit?
No.
No.
No. Yeah, that does happen. But like I said, you know, you got the Bearcat, you know, the Hobby Boss Bearcat, the 148, and basically they've used it for the Bearcat /1 and the /2, but the Mark II had a real tall tail fin, but they didn't change it, you know. So you're thinking if you're buying the -1, it would have the stubby one, but the box art shows you the tall one.
That's
But
just Hobby Boss, Moss. That's Hobby Boss all over.
Yeah.
They are one of the worst companies out there for accuracy.
To be fair though, their kits go together quite well, which I'm
They do
quite.
go together. The plastic's lovely.
Yeah.
Sometimes they produce some shit.
But the question is,
Scramble tank transporter is awful.
I still think that Gecko have done some of the same with the World War II quad. The box art shows the quad tractor, ammo limber, and the 25-pound gun. Yet the box only contains the quad.
Yeah.
So is this coming to a point where we've got to be careful that we can't trust the box art anymore? Or do you look at the
I think if you read the description of the model on the box lid, if it doesn't say limber and gun, you don't get it.
Or just go to Scalpix.
That's just a straightforward rule, isn't it?
Yeah.
I think it is. I mean, it's incumbent on the manufacturer really to provide an accurate representation of what's in the box.
Yes.
Like with Nigel's, example of the gun on that, like the quad, it should be clear without having to go to Scalemates or to read the tiny fine print.
Sorry. Totally agree.
And I mean, speaking from the retail side of things, I think one of the reasons that box art played a bigger part, I would say, in the past than today is that a lot of our purchases are done online now. So you don't get the kind of first person experience piece that box art gives. I can tell you in a shop, it definitely makes a difference.
Right.
Because at the end of the day, we're emotive people, and you can either buy with your head or you buy with your heart. And when you're in a shop, you tend to buy with your heart more than your head. On the internet, it's much easier to use your head because you can go to Scalemates, you can make a much more cool decision. In a shop, you're kind of surrounded by all this magical plastic, and it's like, if you see a nice box art of a kit with something that you want to do, and you just, it can take you. You can think, you can see that. The Airfix Seeking, you can see that. It's nice box art. You can think, I could imagine making that. And that you've already made the decision. Then you just have to justify it to yourself.
I'll add on to that. Like when I shop online, I know which kit I want to get, if I'm getting third-party stuff. So I'm going to hunt for the best deals for that kit. Whenever I go to my model shop, I usually say, okay, I have this much money in my pocket. Let's see what we can find. And there's that mentality difference, and box art will make or break a kit coming home for me when that's the shopping mindset. When the shopping mindset is, I want to build a P51, which is the best P51, it's going to be a little bit less. And that's so.
Same on model shows, you see stuff. I definitely agree with Penrith when you mentioned that box art can put you off a kit. Because how many times have you seen a kit and you don't recognize the name? You look at the box art, it's dodgy, and you think, they can't get the box art right. It gives you kind of that gut feel that it's probably how much attention they're going to pay to the actual kit. Because they can't be bothered to really do a good job on the box art. So, it's the same with anything. All those purchases that we make of, tools or, things in the shop, food and stuff. If the packaging looks a bit crappy, you instantly a bit wary. If the packaging looks really good and looks like quality, then it's just immediately gives you that feeling of confidence. That's what it's there for, right?
But Alex, can I ask you a question? If someone comes in your shop and they want a model of Titanic, they're not worried about size, they're not worried about scale, will they literally buy the one with the nicest box art?
Oh, that's a good question.
Titanic is Titanic is Titanic.
I mean, I've only ever had one Titanic in the shop. I probably wouldn't get another one because there aren't that many kits I'd recommend of it, and they're probably too expensive to have in the shop.
Yeah, I can imagine.
I think that kind of goes in line though with the whole, like, if you're walking in there knowing that I'm specifically buying a Titanic kit, you know, there's a different mentality than I'm walking in the shop to buy a kit.
Yeah.
Yeah, because people will come in and say, "Oh, you know, I want to buy. You know, do you have this in stock?" And it's either a yes or no answer. And it's, you know, and if it's no, then it's like, but I can order it and get it in, you know, if I can, because they've already made a decision before they walk through the door, as Fenris says. If they're just coming in to get a ship, you know, they'll see something, and then box art plays into it, but price and, you know, subjects and all of those things will obviously do it. But it's a factor. You know, it's not going to be the deciding factor, I don't think. But I mean, to Nigel's point, if you've got two things where everything else is equal, and the box art on one looks better than the other, you're probably, your gut feel and your kind of natural emotional reaction probably get the better box art.
Because like with the 400 scale Titanic, you've got the Airfix and you've got the Revell.
And the
The
Academy.
Revell probably got the nicer box art, but the Airfix kit is Academy, so it's a lot better.
Yeah.
Not
Is that right? I didn't know it was Academy.
The Academy 400 scale Titanic is beautiful.
Right.
It's the only one I've had in the shop.
I just want to. Well, I just say what you want to say now.
The 350th one, I think it's from Minicraft, is the best Titanic out there.
Mhm.
The rest, even the 200th, is just bollocks.
Yeah.
But the little Revell stuff, I mean, Lego's better than that.
Yeah,
Robert
that's
John-
why I say with all things being equal, because if I saw an Airfix one and a Revell one, it really doesn't matter what the box art looks like, unless I know the kits. And again, I would check on ScaleMates. I wouldn't buy the Revell one on spec.
No.
But that's true of most Revell kits.
I'm just going to jump on and go through some of the comments. Robert Johnson says the box art brings attention, catch your eye from other kits on the shelf, but the inside and the detail and the scale of the plastic inside, the flashy artwork. I get that. I do get that.
I'll also just whilst you're on that one, Moss. The other thing, the eye-catching thing is really good. Airfix did a really good job of that with the red stripe. You know, you can spot an Airfix kit from the other side. Revell are very good about consistency. They have the black stuff with a big Revell. You can spot Revell kits. I think ICM do some of the best. Well, actually, I've got one here. Some of the best like artwork. You know, fantastic artwork, but they don't stand out from a long way away because it's mainly art. So the box art plays into it. But if you've noticed a big Airfix, a big Revell kit before, you're probably going to go to those first. So it's marketing. You know, it's not just the box art that does the eye-catching bit.
Well, that's what I've always said before. You go into a model shop, red catches you straight away. Every time you go straight in there and you see it, bang. Whereas Tamiya, especially if you're on the edge, not a lot to see, is there? It's just pure white. And then that interlinks then, like you say, ICM, white on the edge of the box. You know, Revell got their blue, Airfix got their red. I think that's a good...
yellow.
Yeah, Hella's yellow.
And Tamiya white labels.
Yeah.
Rare as rocket or shit. Yes. That's gorgeous.
That's a nice box art. That.
Gorgeous box art. Yeah. So John Stone wrote in the comments about the Merkava, and this is what I'm probably going to save this this top because it's one of my all-time favorites. It's just absolutely beautiful. Yeah.
Water model box arts always are. I mean, there are two big Lancasters, the Dam Buster and the normal one, were done by Mark Postlethwaite, and they're stunning. They're absolutely stunning.
Yeah.
Why they got that joke of a box art on the nose art, I do not know. It's just a joke. All the other box arts are fantastic. At Stuka, it's like it's a the camera's attached to the tail while it's diving down on some British tanks. It's beautiful.
Fair play.
It's
Comment
like the old
here.
vintage classic of the Stuka.
Yeah. Some of the vintage classic box arts are much better than today.
Yeah.
But can I just, while I've got the voice, if Dale's watching this, if Dale's listening to this, mate, I cannot thank you enough. Thank you so very much. Thank you.
Fair enough.
I'll tell you after, that man is a star.
Okay. Quite frankly, if a model I bought had parts missing that was shown on the cover, I'll be seriously miffed. Yeah, I think we pretty much spoke that. Michael Myers, great name. As far as buying a kit, I don't think box art makes a difference. You could have a picture of the box like it was painted by Monet, but inside could be the biggest piece of shite ever. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Dasher, unless I'm looking for something in particular, I am swayed by box art. Fair play to you, mate. Dave Coombs, box art is there to catch your eye and sell the product. Let's have a quick look. Stan is, well, I build mostly cars and motorbikes, so maybe that's why the box art doesn't count for me. I know the vehicle, how the vehicle looks anyway.
Yeah.
If the box art shows a thing with crew people in place, the sprues better have the crew people. Do you know what? I didn't think of that.
Or a note saying crew not included, because these companies are quick enough to tell you, oh, there's 2 kits in the box.
Yeah.
You know, they'll plaster that everywhere, 2 kits in the box, but they won't tell you does not include trailer.
So in theory, when Airfix have got that, plane in flight, and you think I'm going to build that in flight, and you get in there and there's no pilot, you could be miffed.
It's a mare, isn't it?
Yeah.
Or if they show it in flight and then they don't have the parts to be able to put it in flight, and you have to completely modify everything to pull the landing gear up.
Yeah.
I think if they include the stand and give you the option of a landing gear up, they should include pilots. But I think it's like this kit here that I've just reviewed, which is gorgeous. It's got the option to have the wheels up, but it has no stand and it has no pilots. It's just up to you.
Yeah.
Like the 124 Spitfire, you can have wheels up on that, but it's not no pilot.
Robert Johnson, the older release kits is the worst for packaging older crude plastic. You don't know what's inside. New packaging at a higher price. Well, which is the argument that people have with Revell. And they realise after talking to Luke on and his mate on that Sunday at Avon, they know that is something, Luke said that when he talked to a load of us, he gave out with the same 10 questions, and he said the first thing we all came back is that Revell were repackaging shite, and then but the price never reflected that.
No.
That's the point. I think Alex's video, I think it was at the Corsair that you did. In the price never reflected the fact it was a 50-year-old tooling, and that because price sways as well. That Buccaneer, I know for a fact that Buccaneer had beautiful box art, but people stood away from that Buccaneer because of the price. You asked people, did you that Buccaneer looked fantastic, but it was a bit pricey. So I can see that you can be drawn to the Buccaneer and then step back and think, oh, that's a bit pricey. But if you want one now, Jack Lamb doing one for 40 quid. I thought they've got any stock left, but they whacked it down to 40 quid. So Raymond, gotcha. ICM, good box art, great models. Yeah. Adrian Hunt, I do a lot of research before I buy because most of my purchases are online. So yeah, you wouldn't be looking at the box art so much. Scott FW, hey you all. One thing I like about Tamiya 1970s and 80s box art, the tanks had those guides. Yeah, they do come with. But the thing is though, is that if I remember rightly with Tamiya, the actual tank figure wasn't in the build of the tank. It was an extra added in, wasn't it? It was like a separate bag with a sprue, with a tank commander, with the arms and the legs separate. That's correct, isn't it?
They depend on the tank.
They often did them as special as well. I mean, you could buy a Panzer IV with Rommel figures, with a Rommel figure and crew. Nothing to do with the tank, but it was a special edition, you know.
But it's Rommel.
Like the Walker Bulldog, I believe the crew is on the sprue itself. It wasn't separate.
No, it's not. This is from the Walker Bulldog, and it was a separate commander.
It's separate on a separate sprue.
They've done that most so they can have a generic sprue that they can put that sprue in other American tanks.
That's right.
That's why they've done that.
Yeah.
It does make you wonder if Airfix could do that with a 1/72 scale pilot. Surely anything
If you look back over the years, Moss, Airfix used generic pilots through the years. I mean, I think they only had about 5 different pilots that they used since 1950.
So wouldn't it be better then, like they do with their stands that are still, that are still designed on the Star Trek emblem?
Yeah.
Why couldn't they just bag up, but maybe not, because the pilot would still be in with that kit. I suppose they couldn't just bring out the pilots.
The vintage classics would definitely be there, but it wouldn't be difficult to copy that jig, would it?
I wonder how much it would cost, for them to produce a sprue with 7 pilots on that you can cut and mix and match depending on what. Maybe that's an idea if Dale's watching. Maybe we've cracked the pilot solution for you, and then just chuck an extra quid in or something on the cost of a kit and put that in. Just give people the option.
Well,
Sell it as a separate little box.
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
They always used to do the figures, didn't they? So in 1/72 and the Army figures, didn't they?
Yeah.
Airfix.
I can't think of a 48 scale pilot, apart from the Hawker Fury.
Yeah.
Everything else was pilotless.
Pilotless, yeah. Scott FW again. True that Airfix red catches the eye. RG style catches the eye, but in short order, all that colour just blends into a Amphora swell when a number of kits are stacked together on a store shelf. But then when I go to a model shop, like if you go to, like Alex is, you would have, one shelf, even if it's you're doing tanks, one shelf would be Airfix, one shelf would be Tamiya, one shelf would be, I think the red stands out. If you put them all together, I look up now and because I've got an array of kits there, I can spot the Airfix ones way before I can spot any Tamiyas, because you just see that big red blob. Same with Hella I can see because Hella's yellow, so I'm looking up, bang, there's Hella because it's yellow, there's Airfix because it's red. But then the Tamiya, the Italeri,
Italeri.
They're all white, so they're all like, I can't really, unless I look carefully, because it's red, I can see it. So, I get that. Let's have a look here.
Here's one we haven't talked about. Some of the best artwork you're going to find. Hong Kong models.
Yeah, Hong Kong models. Brilliant.
Yeah, that is stunning.
Yeah.
Is that digital art though, Nigel? Is that a canvas sort of print thing?
Sorry?
Was that digital or was that canvas?
I think that's digital, that one, isn't it?
That's digital, is it?
I think it is, yeah.
I think so, yeah. But also, the other thing with Hong Kong models, when you buy the kit, you get the box art as a poster. I've got them on the wall. They're absolutely stunning. I'm sure
that's nice. That's nice.
If Vi's doing that, Darren, you can email us. The email's in my About section if you want to email. When Airfix started using photos of built kits in the 80s, it showed up a lot of their flaws of those older kits, and some were badly built anyway. Well, yes, that's very true. That is, but then that's the same with when Minicraft were boxing up Academy and Frog kits. They had the same issues.
So did
Rebel rebox Frog kits. They used to have a note of apology in the boxes.
Yeah.
Those of you that are talking about pilots, if you want these, you can have them. Whoops. Okay, they're Airfix pilots. I'll give them if you want them.
All right, if anybody wants a pilot, contact Nigel.
You have to pay for the postage.
Yeah, pay for the postage. Here you go. This is a good one from Dan K. The internet has changed things for the better. Most of the time, we have seen test shots of the sprues before it even hits the shelves.
Yeah,
in the shop, random browsing the box art will help sell it. Yeah, we did kind of copy. We said about that. However, I do find good box art helpful in a build. It shows where some parts go, especially if the instructions are exploded view. Yeah, that's quite true. Here you go. So a little moan here from Adrian, which is fair. Revell sell the CH53G. They don't tell you that there are parts to build a complete Jeep and howitzer inside. Instead, they blank the parts out in the instructions. Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Crazy.
That is a selling point, Revell.
It's like their 148B24. You get the little tractor that tows the
That's right.
aircraft around, the little tractor.
Yeah.
What's it called? A Clico or something? I can't remember what it's called there.
Yeah.
But it's you get that and they don't even mention it.
Oh, talk about removing pilots and removing them with another vehicle. Crumbs. Graham Coxon said Airfix on their box contents may differ from what's illustrated. Now, I think that's just a claim that sometimes, you know, with the decal sheet or something, or maybe they've got a different mark. And yeah, I don't know. I thought there's a way out just in case they do drop a bollock. I would put all sorts of warnings if I built a model kit. You know, the fact is, I'm in the middle of processing a video at the moment where I go through Amazon reviews of Airfix kits, and they get really arsey that there's no paints and glue in. You know what I mean? Honestly, I'm halfway through the edit now. I've got just such a funny video of watching these people. You know, it says Airfix Spitfire Mark 1A, no paints or glue inside, and then you look down through the comments. What's the point in this? You know, it doesn't even glue together with super glue or PVA. You know what I mean? Some of the comments are just hilarious. But
it says on here, actual model may vary from image on box on this helicopter. This is a big gun. So yeah, great. So in there is a Willys Jeep.
Yeah, mystery box.
It's like selling AWACS without the bloody radar dish, isn't it? I mean, it's just that is just dire, I think.
Yeah, that's a good take. That. Julian Hall says maybe let purchasers download STL figures of crew, making the model is cheaper and buyers get the choice. I don't think Airfix will go down that route. I think that is a slippery slope because, you know, I don't think that will happen.
I also personally don't like that because as somebody who does not have a 3D printer and probably won't for many years to come, you know.
Yeah, but I think that's a slippery slope, and also I think that's a buyout clause. Then you don't see, I don't think of any other model manufacturer who's offered that yet. Not in my knowledge, not the big ones. Tamiya don't do it. Nobody offers an STL file because, like Alex said in a previous Airfix and Chill, maybe Airfix and Chill episode 25, once you release that STL file out into the public, you have no control.
No.
That's why I don't think they will. You know, but the idea is there. Yeah, it's definitely one of them. The thing I like about box art is that they put the tooling date on the box along with some of the history. Yeah, that's a good shout.
That is really good.
That is good. I noticed that we were talking about this last week. Hella now do it on some of their kits. They have like a sprue with the date of when the kit was done. Airfix, I didn't realize that Airfix have been doing it for 5 years. You know, they've been doing it a long time. So all the new tooling that's coming out, even the vintage classics, it tells you when the tooling was made, what year the box art is. You know, because sometimes if you notice, you know, this one here, that's Roy Cross for that Belvedere, and that one is another box art. I think they've had the wrong way around. They've had about 5 different box arts for the 192, and it's still a terrible kit to build. But I called it.
That one says on the box, tooling was 2006, box 2024. Because the older one was a big box, wasn't it?
It's a bigger box. I've got both boxes here.
Was the older one a bigger box?
Yeah,
because they've done it again like they did with the Sea King.
Yeah.
But they did a special release for the 7 class that had a Sea King in it.
Did they?
Yes.
Yeah.
Saw that the other day.
Okay.
Yeah, it was like a diorama set, but there wasn't a base in it. It was just had a seeking in the life page.
Right, hang on a minute. I was going to try and. There's the original. That's that one there. It's well, no.
It's white plastic as well, isn't it?
I don't know. I've never built it.
Stay. Right. So the original. Whoops. This in here. This is the original release, which is that one.
I remember now.
And then this is the. It's the same width but different height.
Oh right, okay.
So they've compacted it. But it's the same width and same width and breadth, but it's just a bit thinner.
And it's more rigid as well, isn't it? The new one.
Yeah. So,
the older box. The older box is a Humbrol Promotions product.
Yeah.
The newer one
is superb. I've noticed on the Spitfire as well, they've thickened up the cardboard in the bottom, haven't they? It's much better, the packaging from this one.
Well, there is, and also, but the thing is, though, Nigel, that boxing for that Spitfire Mark 8 is the same box for the Bentley blower.
Yeah.
Because that's what they do. If you've noticed that they're trying to keep boxings the same size because it works out better that way. So
I think one of my complaints about the Mark 9 was the cardboard in the base was really thin. I think this one is thicker. I think they use thicker card.
Yeah.
It's more rigid.
Skyf W says the history of the box art is a hobby in and of itself. Agreed.
Especially
I can't really fathom buying something just from the box art. I'd always be researching something before buying. I'm going to be spending hours of my life working on it. I don't want it to be a dud. Yeah, I kind of get that. But, there's not a lot of duds out there, new boxing wise. No, it's when things get packaged up. You've got to remember the Academy Wildcat, the F4F4, that was a complete rip-off from the Frog one.
Yeah.
They basically grabbed that version, and I know there's not a lot different, and I get that, but look at the way the space of the event, the SB, the Eventer, I think they did it with that one as well. Is it the Eventer they did? Or they did that. But that Academy, I know you pick it up for £6 or £7, but that plane has been going around now for 50 years. And still, the box art looks like it's a brand new release. If you look at the box art from Academy and that F4F4 Wildcat, the box art looks amazing. But the tooling inside is not very good because they borrowed it off. Well, they didn't borrow it. Reverse engineered.
Yeah.
But that was the problem, you see, that Minicraft was not a model creator. They used to export and import model kits. So that's why you get Academy Minicraft and you get Frog Minicraft.
Yeah.
But, when Frog went bust, they basically said, Academy, we will still want these Frog tools. And so they reverse engineered. I think it was about 8 of them in the end. Don't quote me on that. I think it was 8. I'm sure it was 8.
Yeah, but Frog had an agreement with Hasegawa in the 70s as well. And I don't know what happened to all the Hasegawa molds. I think they stayed at Hasegawa, didn't they?
I believe that the Minicraft still own the rights to that tooling. But it was mostly boats, though, wasn't it? It wasn't planes. It was boats from Hasegawa, wasn't it, for Frog?
No. Most of the aircraft Hasegawa released as Frog Hasegawa kits.
Yeah.
Some of them were Frog tooling and some of them were Hasegawa tooling.
The crowd said, as a kid learning to build, the box art was influential in getting me to want that kit. And I think there's still a lot of it as well, but I think that because like we were talking that with it now, it's not so much what we see on the box now because we've already got into our head what we want because we've seen, I think Airfix are phenomenal at this.
Yeah.
Like for instance, like Tamiya, they've just announced that Panzer One, haven't they?
Yeah.
All they've got is a picture of it built. But when Airfix do it, you get the CAD, you get the work blog, so you get an interview with the designer explaining how he designed it. They even show you the tooling in the CAD form, don't they? So with that, you can't go, you don't really rely on box art for Airfix because in your mind, you've already looked at it, you've seen the CAD images, you've seen it the test shots, you've read the articles, you've seen what the designer want or is thought about when he's built this kit or created this model. So you pretty much think, I want that one. Except for when you see the ferret scowl, that was just one example. I think I thought the Swift, is it the Swift with the London Bridge? It was a Swift.
That was a Hunter.
That was a really good box art. Seeing Tower Bridge behind.
I really like this one, Moss. I think this is a great one.
Oh yeah, brilliant.
And it doesn't even work. You couldn't even build it on a Humbro 3D printer. What a joke. Yeah. But yeah.
Can I just state something, Moss? Because there's something that people haven't brought out in the open here. Prior to Roy Cross in 1964, Airfix had like a level sales platform, and their sales rates didn't really increase a huge amount because the box art was basically terrible. I mean, if you've seen the original release Churchill tank box art, where it's climbing over a ridge, I think it was during the Battle of Dieppe, it's so dark you can barely see the outline of the tank. And then Roy Cross did the one that they released for the Vintage Classic.
Yeah.
And that tank sale went up. And the same happened with every single kit that he re-box arted. And Airfix nowadays are falling into a little bit of a trap with this, because if you look at this kit here, and there's loads of people on the market, on the internet rather, Matt from Matt's Model Minutes, he stated he hates this box art.
Yeah.
And to be honest with you,
What is it?
I don't like it very much either. Yeah, but that's the point, Nigel. You can't make out what the aircraft is from the picture.
You're not holding it straight to the camera. That's why I can't see.
Let me get it bigger. So the problem is,
It's the Beaufort, right?
Yeah.
It's the Beaufort.
Oh, right.
Now that is much like pre-Roy Cross artwork. Their Focke-Wulf is more like Roy Cross artwork.
Yeah.
Even though it's digital, you can see the image clearly. It's dynamic. This kit will probably sell better than the Beaufort.
I also wonder why they've done that with the Beaufort, because doesn't the Beaufort have a load of different nose formations?
Well, they've released a new Beaufort, haven't they? And it's got different artwork.
With an aircraft like a Blenheim that's got at least 2 different nose configurations, why would you photograph it from the back?
Exactly. But if you looked at all the pre-Roy Cross artwork for Airfix ships, they were dreadful.
Just going back to that Beaufort, we've all said it. Going back to that Beaufort, we all said it. Phil at Flory agreed, I think. So don't quote me. I'm only remembering. I watch his reviews. You see, but to have a plane going away from you, is not appealing. You want to see that cockpit. You want to see the menace in the front of that one. You know, see.
Yeah,
you know,
that goes away from you.
That's kind of going away from you.
Yeah.
It is, isn't it?
You know, you want to see, you know, the way, you know, you want to see it looking at you. You know, it's like I said, that Focke-Wulf one, that just looks like I want to eat your ass, doesn't it? You know, he wants to come and fight you.
Yeah.
But it's dynamics. It adds box art adds dynamics to the kit overall. I don't care what people say, it really does. And if it catches your eye, I bet you just the box art will increase the sales of that kit by at least 10%.
I think that's a good shout. I wonder if they do release that Beaufort, there'll be a different box art.
Well, I think it is, because the picture on the Airfix website is a different picture. Isn't it a Beaufort Mark II or something?
No, that's the...
It's a bomber, I think.
It's the Australian... No, but they brought a Beaufort out this year. It's a Mark II bomber, not a torpedo bombing Mark I. I think it's Australian markings, which would be quite handy for you, Moth.
Don't even go there.
Brilliant markings.
If it was a bow fighter, I could understand that.
Yeah, well, the bow fighter, the artwork is coming towards you on the new release.
I think the other thing we need to remember that nobody else has mentioned, we're all talking about this Roy Cross stuff, the old Airfix and everything.
Yeah.
I think we need to remember that, you know, 50 years ago, model kits were aimed at kids. And these aimed at kids anymore.
And I was literally about to say that too, is that I think a lot of the weight of box art comes for those people that aren't, spending a whole bunch of time researching every single model kit before they buy it, right? It's that knee-jerk reaction. Well, who are the people that are going into shops with the knee-jerk reaction? Besides that, I mentioned me with my pocket money, but it's the younger kids, right? Like it's still that element of what's the term? What do you call those things at the grocery store right before checkout? The impulse buying. It's the impulse buy of it,
Candy.
Yeah, exactly.
But if you look at starter sets, Fenris, the new starter sets from Airfix, they are impulse buys.
Yeah, no, exactly. Yeah,
I love them. The Tiger 1 box art looks fantastic.
Yep.
Well, I think the box art for the quick builds is terrible.
Yeah.
Yes.
It is, isn't it? It's terrible.
Well, I've just closed. Oh, that is bad.
That's just class.
That's wings.
I mean, talking of bad box art, I found a site which was just, I posted a few to Moss, and there are some terrible box arts out.
Oh, there's some shite ones.
It's worth just looking. The site I found is like arc.net or something.
I've just seen that Starfix one. Hang on a minute. Let me just.
Models. They're the company that builds all the frog kits now, aren't they? Arc Models. They took over from Eastern Express.
Let me just open these links. These are funny. These are. Oh my word! Hang on. Let me share these. Here you go. You ready? This one's fantastic. Honestly, here you go. Share screen. Look at that!
Surprise!
Starfix.
Oh my word!
Yeah.
Look at that! Look at that!
Moss, did you know that is a copy of the original Airfix 109 G6?
No, I didn't.
It is, yeah.
I like
Terrible.
the B-17 dropping like 100 bombs from its wing.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
They carried it, didn't they?
Here you go. Let's look at this one from Hobbycraft.
Yep.
Is that the
Oh, yeah. Brilliant.
God.
Isn't
Do you know what? The way that looks, it reminds me of the start of Mask. The cartoon when they're going, they had all these terrain drawings.
It's like they're trying to hide it.
Not being funny, I remember seeing that kit in BT's in their bargain bin.
Yeah. Do you remember the film
why.
Tron? Looks like it's coming out of the Tron movie.
Yeah.
Hang on, this is a good one. I'll show this one as well because Airfix released this kit as well, didn't they? A YF20. No, there was a YF22, wasn't it? This one here. Oh, dear me.
Oh God, that's disturbing.
Tron.
But that comes from 1999. This is what I was talking about. Trumpeter.
Yeah.
It's just like some of their shocking. It's just shocking.
That looks like it's been drawn by a child.
I was about to say that from a school competition.
it's the perspective, the angle of the line between the wings isn't the same as the fuselage. The fuselage
The cockpit's level, right? But the wings are in a bank.
Yeah.
That advanced, it can twist in flight.
It hasn't got flexible thrusters. It's got flexible fuselage.
Oh my word!
That's terrible.
I'm just looking up Lightning here from Airfix because apparently they got the pilot ejecting.
Gosh.
That's
Apparently they got the pilot ejecting.
Oh, for next
No, there's a lightning. There's a famous lightning box art for the Airfix one where they're missing the tailplane.
Just looking now, I can't see it. Airfix where the
It's one of the
pilot.
recent ones, I think.
It'd be USA, wouldn't it? Would it be under the USA
No.
banner, wouldn't it? Oh yes!
English.
Hang on,
letters
just
like
let
that.
me just open image in new tab so you can see it. Can I share this one? Share this tab. That's
Yeah.
They foreshadowed the pilot coming out at the top of it, like as it's crashing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Is that Corporation of America? It is, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah.
How to stick it to the Brits? Do you know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Well, that Buccaneer one though, the Airfix Buccaneer one, Moss, was very dynamic.
Oh, the Buccaneer Mark One.
It has a Buccaneer. It looks like it's at the Battle of Midway or something. They don't actually look like Buccaneers. It's just dreadful.
Oh my word!
It's on with Buccaneers.
If you got any more, just send in your West box art and we'll have a look at it. All right.
I'm trying to think of one.
I posted the forum link up there because there's like 6 pages or more of them, and some of them are gems. Yeah.
Gary Richards just said then, I've never seen a pregnant jet before. Did it have twins? It did that one there, that YF23 does look like an egg kit.
Yeah, it does. Yeah, good shape.
Yeah, it really does. You know, that never happened to an English Electric Lightning. Absolutely scandalous. I think there was a thing that wasn't it on the Lightning, the original ones, that the seat used to eject itself, didn't it? There was a fault on the injection seat, and it used to.
You're thinking of the Harrier, Moss.
Was it the Harrier?
I know there was a mechanic who ended up going supersonic in a Lightning and did a circuit.
Wow. Not being an aircraft person, they all look fine to me. All I made in the 80s was a Tamiya armor kit, and the box art was top drawer, still is, and they've never changed it. Once they release it, they don't change it unless they make it made for Ukraine, and then they add a little Ukrainian flag on the side. But I think that's just added on to the picture. Yeah, the Lightning did take off with a mechanic in it. Yeah. The early Aurora box art is classic. Those F109s.
Moss, go into Stalemate and have a look for the Silver Corn AH-64 Apache helicopter.
The AH
64 Apache.
64
Silver Corn kit.
And you want Silver Corn kit, do you?
See if you can share that image, because that's probably the worst piece of artwork I've ever seen.
Silver Corn, let's have a look, shall we? I'm going down through the list here. Seem to be on there, mate. Silver Corn, yeah?
Silver Corn. 2 words.
Can't see one here, mate. So
let's find it on here and then
I'm gonna make Moss a little.
Send the link to you. Hang on.
I didn't know Quintus Studio did an AH-64 Apache.
They do for it. There's a Mr. Kit there for you, Moss.
I might think catch out. Where's that?
Mr. Kit.
Oh yeah, we did a review on that, didn't we?
Yeah.
We both did a review, and for some reason they went massive.
Yeah. A little trumpet. So it's £2, wasn't it?
Yeah, 140. Because that's what got me was I paid that one you've got there, that jet. I paid £2 for that, and they sent that from Germany. Yeah. So who made money on that? Because they didn't make it off me. I tell you. Old model kits. I can't seem to copy these.
It was released in 1999. I know that.
I'll post it in the other chat.
All those boxes, I put it in the private chat. That's easiest for me to do there. Click that there. Oh my, you having a laugh. Honestly, you are having a giraffe on that one.
Let's have a look.
I'm just looking now. That's just taking the piss.
Oh my god!
Is that the Apache?
That's something I thought.
Yeah, that's the old frog artwork for the Pioneer.
Yeah, it's not even in register though. It's just like
that has got to be the Donetsk. Is that the Donetsk toy factory?
Yeah.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah. Moz, the next link down is the Lightning F6 This is the original box art.
Yeah, hang on.
Is that the one without the tailplanes?
That's the one without the tailplanes. Yeah, they've altered it on the later ones.
This one here.
Yeah, there's no tailplanes.
Oh yeah, there's no tailplanes.
No, they're hidden behind the wing, surely.
No,
Oh,
they should,
that's
No.
fair.
It's really low on the fuselage.
should be coming out from the bottom jet pipe.
Oh yeah. So I'm looking at the wrong page. Yeah.
While that's there, could somebody tell me why do they have the wing tanks on the top of the wings?
Because the undercarriage are underneath.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but most aircraft have their undercarriage underneath, along with the wing tanks. That's why
Yeah,
it's
but
called-
there wasn't room to put
The
the
Silver Corn AH-64D. How lovely is that?
Nigel should
yeah.
build it.
I tell you
We're
what,
looking at model kits, not at old video games.
that does look like it does look like a Commodore 64 classic. That does, doesn't it?
It does, doesn't it?
Oh
What's the
my
kit?
word!
I like the rat's nose it's got on the front.
Yeah, what's happened to the nose on it?
What's the
Yeah,
kit
but
like?
the thing is, Alex, the kit inside the box isn't actually that bad.
I like the way it's got in the corner though. Colours and shapes may vary.
Yeah.
Too much, Sherlock. You know what I mean?
Yeah, look at that.
Yeah, I like the square section on the rotor blades. That's really aerodynamic, isn't it?
It looks like it's pinging up at the front here. Look at those rocket launchers on the side. It looks like a painted Smarty tube. Oh my word!
I like his sun-tinted visor as well for the cockpit canopy.
Also, what is happening to the? I mean, what is it flying over?
I think it's flying over China Falls.
But that water that's not right.
No,
It's
but
like
all their box art is like this. All their box art
Does
does
not
not
act like
promote
that.
the kit in any way, shape, or form. But the models inside aren't that bad. They're not brilliant, but they're not that bad.
the thing is, though,
the,
do you know what it
I've
looks
built-
like? It looks like they're looking down from space.
it does,
Don't
doesn't
they?
it?
It looks like the clouds, and they've used that as water. If you think
But
of it,
then there's
that's
the horizon.
Yeah, but to me, it looks like it could be something hanging from baby's mobile. It's just-
oh my word, that is absolutely pile of shit. Would you buy that? You just won't buy it, wouldn't you? You think it'd be Lego,
No.
wouldn't you?
No.
I've built the Tomcat. I built the F-14 Tomcat. The F-14 Tomcat, the artwork is dreadful, but the kit inside isn't actually that bad.
I like the way somebody's pointed out in the chat. No input. It's pointed out for ages 8 and up.
I mean it.
It's great, isn't it?
Morex has had to go, bless him. So we'll hopefully see him
Oh,
soon. I bet Nigel's one of those helicopters in his stash.
Yeah.
You know, honestly, here you
When
go.
he finishes, I think when Nigel finishes it, though, it'll look really, really good.
I'm not building one of those.
Nigel, if you could weather it like that one on the screen, that would be perfect. You know.
There you go, green.
No, I'm actually said I hate seeing CAD diagrams plastered over the side of the box. I don't. I think it's a good way of, or actually CAD, yeah. But what I like is what I think Nigel picked up last week. The Revell box has the model built, and they have the pictures of it.
Yeah.
If you know what I mean, of it built, these sections of it built on the back or the side.
I used to like it when model boxes had other subjects in their range on the sides of the boxes. Airfix did it. Hasegawa did it.
Yeah. I mean, you used to do it all over the inside of the box.
Yeah, they did. Yeah, I just liked it. You know,
James Willard, Desert Strike. It comes out of the master system playbook that does. So he just said then about the wing tanks on the Lightning were ferry tanks only. They weren't used on an operational basis due to the limiting of on the airframe.
Right.
I wonder why they did that then.
The wings on the Lightning weren't really meant to carry anything.
the fuel in the Lightning was carried in the ventral belly of the fuselage.
Yeah.
Right.
It only had 10, 15 minutes of operational combat.
But you saying that, there are a lot of people that say the Tomcat, not the Tomcat, the Tonka Tornado,
Yeah.
the wing tanks on that are only for ferrying. Well, that's actually not true. I've spoken to somebody was really forcing that down my throat, and I've spoken to a tornado pilot who flew in Iraq, and he said they always went out with wing tanks on.
Mm.
They generally use the smaller ones because the G they can pull is limited by the size of the wing tank. If they got the great big ones, they can only pull like 1.8 G or something. If they got the slightly smaller ones, they can go to 2.8.
Yeah.
If they've got no wing tanks, they can go to 4.
But the Jaguar had overwing wing tanks as well, and it was
Did it?
to enable them to still carry a full bomb payload.
Well, it had overwing sidewinder rails, didn't it?
Yeah, it did.
Did it?
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan. I used to make parts for the indoor engine for them, but I'm never a fan of the Jaguar. Much prefer the Harrier.
I like the Jaguar. The Jaguar is a nice aircraft.
It's all right, but it's not very.
No.
So I've just seen that one from Airfix back. That wasn't Roy Cross's artwork for sure. Let me just share that one. Hang on, let me just have a look. I will share screen. Airfix Blackburn Buccaneer.
Oh, that's the Buccaneer one, yeah.
Yeah,
Is
so
that the original? No, that's not Roy Cross.
It is not Roy Cross by a long stroke.
That's pre-1964.
the guy there on the yellow looks like he's clearing up Shinobu. Doesn't he? You know what I mean? It's
I
like,
thought you looked like Nigel, but
Thank you very much. I expect he's got more hair, James.
There's not many Mark 1 Buccaneers on the market.
No, there aren't.
I'll tell you one we haven't mentioned, which I'm just remembering, which was absolutely beautiful. Every single one of them. Remember all the Airfix galleons? Not the little tiny ones, the bigger ones.
Oh yes, yeah, the big galleons.
Those artworks were amazing.
yeah. They've always done well with it. They weren't Roy Cross though, were they?
They
I
just
think some of them might have been. I think the Great Western was.
Yeah, the Great Western was.
never built that. Yeah. I know Plastic Monkey was telling me he bought one, and he said it wasn't removing the flash; it was trying to pull the kit out of the flash. It's that bad. They just released them, wouldn't they?
If you ever built one of those, Nigel, I think you would chuck the sail pack away.
Oh God, yeah.
I think John Alex got one.
Which one is that? I'm sorry.
No, you cancelled it, didn't you?
Great
I
Western.
did. I waited.
Great Western,
I pre-ordered it in January, and everybody was getting it, and my status hadn't changed, so I just canceled it. Yeah.
I built the large-scale Victory once, and I changed all the sails for calico. It looked amazing.
I don't think those vac form cells are not as bad as you think though. Because on that
No,
Great
they're not as
Western,
bad. No, they can work, but you can't beat calico in their place.
because I got
You can't beat what?
Calico.
Calico.
Yeah, I think that's Roy Cross,
yeah.
That's
but I
lovely.
don't think he did any of the others.
Because I know where Dale asked me if I would build it, and I said I've never built a ship like that before, so I kind of shied away.
If you hadn't built a large sailing ship, that would probably be the one I would choose to try first.
What, the Great Western?
Yeah.
Yeah,
What's the one that's in Bristol?
That's
Britain.
Is that Cutty Sark?
That's Great Britain. That is.
That's the Great Britain, yeah.
Yeah.
Similar ship.
Is Cutty Sark in London then?
Cutty Sark's in Gravesend.
Right.
Yeah.
Because Airfix did Cutty Sark, didn't it? I always wanted to build that. I never did.
It's on general release at the moment, the large scale Cutty.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, so it's the Great Western.
Maybe I should get one to take it away.
Because Airfix, it's an old kit, mind.
Oh, yeah, ancient.
Yeah, I mean that box art looks beautiful. I think that's probably way better than the actual kit. I mean, I saw it built up at Telford, and it looks okay, but
You can do a lot with it.
Thanks, guys. Everyone's telling me it's in Greenwich, yeah.
Greenwich, yeah.
I'm not sure how many Roy Cross did of the large scale ships. I'm not sure. I know a lot of them predate when he started doing the artwork.
There is a book, isn't there, with all of his artwork in, isn't there?
There is.
yeah.
because his what's it called? His art, his his drawings and stuff went up to auction not so long ago, didn't it?
Yeah, but a lot of the original artwork has been destroyed,
Yeah.
which is a real shame.
How did that happen, John?
I don't know. They put it on the, because they had a television show, didn't they, about Roy Cross, the documentary. They said unfortunately most of his original artwork has been destroyed.
That's a shame.
Yeah.
Always is. It's like everything. It's like you listen to the saga with Pocker, the plastic manufacturer. They destroy. This is what I was told, that when Hornby bought it, they didn't realise they got all this tooling, and they destroyed it, and all they got was £6,000 for all that metalwork. They scrapped it, and all they got was £6,000. Now, like I said, I've just been in contact with my mate here, John, Alec, because I bought a Pocker engine to build, the Volvo engine, and inside there's a part that's broken. Well, it's got a gas bubble in it into it, but on the radiator. But I paid £90 for that kit, and I've had to spend another £35 getting this part for it because we can't build it without it. But that tooling was just destroyed. It was gone. They didn't sell it on. They just took it to the scrapyard and got £6,000 for it. Absolutely shocking.
Have you heard the word about Pocker from many, many years ago?
No.
When they changed from Pocker to Rivarossi or Tyco, I think it was Tyco, their biggest market was America. And a lot of their kits were sold in Kmart and Target and all these big department stores. And the main people for Pocker USA, they basically said, right, we need to get rid of all the old stock so everything new goes out with the Tyco label on it, or Rivarossi, whatever it was. I think it was Tyco. And they marked down every single Pocker kit in these markets 75% off. So these models, like the Fiat 500, the 500 Fiat, and the Mercedes and all that, they were like $120, and all of a sudden they were like $30. And people were going out and just filling their cars up with these kits.
But they were.
You can imagine, can't you? Jesus.
Yeah, lots of money wasted there. Apparently it's saying here, Nigel, stay away from ships, think of all that rigging.
Hey, I've become a real expert. I've just finished this.
Yeah.
What a rigging on that.
Most of the Airfix large-scale ships give you a rigging kit.
Yeah.
Yeah, come on. Bloody cotton.
Yeah, I mean, I used it when I built the Victory, and it was fine.
Oh, right.
You have to glue.
They give you the paperwork, don't they? So you just line up the strings, so they're almost done, and then you spray it with a gloss coat, don't you?
It's a black jig, and you lay the vertical lines in, the rat lines, and then you lay trend lines across, and then you glue that all together, and then you release it from the jig.
No, what I mean is that's what I meant. You follow the paperwork. There's a paperwork goes underneath it, up and down, left, right.
That's right. Yeah, that's right.
And then you spray it a gloss, don't you? You spray a gloss over it or something.
Well, I glued it.
All stick together.
I just put Tamiya thin over it. Trimmed it down, and it went straight on the mast. There was no issues.
Wow.
In actual fact, the Airfix Victory is a really good kit.
About 10 years,
it's not bad.
About 10 years ago, I was buying lots of Century Century 21 1/32 scale kits, Stuka Zero, and Mackie Veltro for £2 each.
Yeah. Never built one. Never bought one.
No.
Seems cheap.
We were talking about all the bad art and everything, but do y'all ever find art that is so good that you decide you want to keep the box top? And what do you do with them if you do?
Yeah, that's a good shout. I've never kept box art. Never have done.
I do. I
do. I have a few that I've mounted on the walls. I have a few that I've cut out and I've just kind of taped in different places, and
Good shout.
If you buy Hong Kong, you don't need to keep the box art. I could give you the poster.
cool.
Yeah, that
Airfix
Boston.
been out for a while, weren't they? They were shipping out the box art as a poster, weren't they, for that Spitfire?
Oh yeah, yeah, I got it.
Yeah.
And Tamiya, depending on the kid, they'll have posters inside of it as well.
Beacon Models do that as well. They send out box art as posters. I still got the D-Day one here. Oh, somewhere. I've got a D-Day one here somewhere. Come on. Nah, it's up there. Oh, I'm dropping stuff down on my face here. Oh, look at that. That's box art for you. That guy. Right.
Yeah.
I like that. It's got a bit of action.
And that's the Bandai German sidecar.
Rare as entity for that.
I wanted to sell this for £400.
Oh yeah.
Is that how rare it is?
It's rare as rocking or shit, mate.
This is a nice box art. This is a
Oh,
box.
that's order again.
But it's a metal tin. But for this,
Sweet.
you get everything you can see on there, except for that building over there. You get everything, all of it, all the figures, the gun, the ammo, the lot.
Awesome.
And it's a tin.
It's a lunchbox.
Right, yeah.
We all like them.
You should be able to store the Revell stock that you've got on top of that.
Yeah, all of my Revell boxes at the top of my stash, I can assure you.
I hate their boxes.
When will Revell give us a decent box? The other thing with Revell, why do they insist on giving us gifts in a box this big when the biggest room is that big? Why do they do it?
Like everything, they find a box and just use it, I think.
They could use that BF-110, the Dragon tooling, that could be in a box half the size. It's pathetic.
The best way to buy the Revell Leopard 286 is to buy the ICM kit.
Right? It's cheaper.
Well, no, it's just better boxing. It comes with the crew.
Right. Fenris, that is quite possibly the best plastic model ever made.
I love this kit so much, but I also love the artwork. I have the one 148th version has the same artwork. I have that mounted. This one I will eventually get mounted in my office and replace it. But the kit is amazing, and I also just really love this art on it. So
I'll be down a bit, Fenris, so we can all see it.
Let me get my camera up somewhere.
Is that the one that's got the stand and everything in it, Fenris?
Yep. So I'm having to move my mic. So there we go.
Don't shake it too hard, Fenris. It'll build itself.
I know, right?
That is so much better than the Revell kit.
Oh my God! I can't believe you said that, John.
They're not on the same planet.
You said that.
I just cut the little tabs off, and what I do is I fold the sides in like this, and then you just tape it down. Alternatively, you can fold this in one more time, so you can actually make it like a kind of like a 3D box, more of a 3D box, and then that's how I just mount them.
Nice.
I'd just like to say, we all know that Corsair is one of the best models ever produced from Tamiya.
It's lovely, isn't it?
It really is.
You don't have to say from Tamiya, Moss. It's just end at what best produced.
Anyway.
It is absolutely stunning. I've got
Like
one.
I'm tempted to get the others because I only have the 1A, but I'm tempted to get the others just to have them, just to build it again because it is.
Yeah.
You got a thing about Corsairs, haven't you, Fenris?
Yeah.
No.
I have a whole wall of Corsairs in this office, which this is going to go up there at some point when I get around to actually putting it up.
I'd like to see Tamiya bring out the Bearcat. Bastard.
Yeah. I tell you what, John, I can't believe you said that. You said that is so much better than the Revell kit. That is like saying, this steak tastes so much better than that dog shit I ate earlier on.
Yeah, but the Revell kit is a bit like Silvercorn artwork, but in plastic form, isn't it?
And the trumpeter one is disgusting as well, isn't it? The trumpeter Corsair.
Corsair, yeah.
Oh my God, the 32nd, the wings are like.
Are they?
And yeah, it's still better than the Revell one.
There you go. Steve's saying here that Nige, I have the Revell ME110 in a 132nd, and the box is as big as the HKB17.
It's huge. It is huge.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's interesting. I have box art library. All my built model kit cartons end up in order with the instructions. Yeah.
Oh, right.
I'll tell you what, a lot of people. Go on.
I was just saying, I have a big box where I've kept all my instructions, and they are actually organized by like when I built them. They're separated by like company and stuff, but I do have them organized by when I built them, so it's kind of like a chronological read through. So I do something similar. That was all.
Yeah, I was just going to say, if you want to help the community out, if you ever build a model kit, no matter if it's a 1960s or a present one, if you can, either using your iPhone or using a printer, scan the instructions and upload it to ScaleMate. There's so many kits there without the instructions.
Oh, right.
You do a really good service if you can. Just spend it. Only take you 5 minutes. I use my iPhone to scan because you have a scan option, don't you?
I don't know how to do it.
Oh, it's simple, mate. As long as you got to.
I don't know how to. I've done it. I've scanned on my scanner. I've scanned instructions and then tried to put them on ScaleMate, and I can't do it. I don't know how to do it.
They've got to be converted to a PDF file. So if you can scan it and save it to PDF.
I've tried that.
We tried that, have you?
Should upload all that.
They want it as one stream, don't they? All I've got is individual pictures. I don't know how to make it.
Oh, right.
Pages.
I'll have to have a look at
The thing
that.
I do when I get a model kit is I scan the. I have an old flatbed scanner, and I scan the instructions because I put them in my videos.
Yeah,
this is what
that's
I
a good idea too. I'll have to find out now. You have to send to me and have a look. 'Cause I'm pretty sure you scan some PDF file, make them to a file. And
One thing you can also check your printer to see if it lets you scan each one in series as one file.
Yes.
There should be a setting to do that, and that should then have it all as one file.
That's what I need to do so I can put it up as one file.
Yeah.
Robert Johnson is asking a question. He's asking about a 30-second scale F86. Kitty Hawk did one, and Kitty Hawk are just about to come back. So there's a good news.
Yeah. Was there a reason why none of you seems to have reviewed or made the HK 132nd Mosquito? Nice. Because it's not a cheap kit, is it?
I haven't got the room.
Because Tamiya did one,
Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
and the Tamiya one's the correct shape.
Yeah, the Revell one's dreadful.
The HK isn't good then, no?
I'd say nothing.
Okay.
Do you think Revell actually do a 132nd scale kit that's really worth buying? Because I don't.
Yes.
Yeah, there's a few.
P110, Yuka's 88,
Yeah.
DC219, a Rado, any one of the Rados, twin or single.
Oh yes, sorry, I remember. Yeah, that is good. That one.
Their Stuka, the JU87D is a Hasegawa kit.
Uh-huh.
When I bought mine, it was £15, and the Hasegawa kit in a Hasegawa box was £52. That's there's been some amazing 30 seconds. The Hurricane, their latest release, the Hurricane, that's awesome. Their Hawk was awesome.
The Tiger Moth, which was the Matchbox repop, that wasn't terrible either.
Now, the Lysander was a Matchbox repop.
Yeah.
The
Puma,
that was beautiful.
that was Matchbox.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But actual Revell tooling, when I spoke to Luke at Bristol, I said, please bring those kits back. I mean, they were so nice and so cheap.
Those Matchbox cars were nice too.
Mm.
Nice little kits.
Yeah. Right, going back to the comments. The Revell 135th T26 is a pretty good Vestlery box. You won't get that now though because they parted company. Revell don't do Vestlery boxes anymore. They parted company, which is a shame.
I saw something today which was extremely moving. There was a photograph of a baby, Ukrainian baby,
Yeah.
and on the back was written its name, its date of birth, and its address. And it said underneath, look at this and think about this when you buy Russian products. Bloody hell.
It's a difficult one, mate. It really is difficult.
Yeah, they'd written on this baby's back in case it got lost or whatever, or in a,
Yeah.
I remember hearing about that earlier on in the war.
It's a very, very difficult position to be in, folks.
Yes. Robert Johnson did go out of business, but they've been remodeled, and all the boxes are exactly the same. They're a company called Zintan or Zinni or something like that. But if you look on the Hannant's website, if you're in the UK, look on the Hannant's website. They're all there. You can pre-order them, and they will be here very, very soon. And I'm absolutely made up because I love Kitty Hawk.
So who's got the tooling now, Nige?
I don't think anybody else has got the tooling. I think these companies they subcontract their molding out.
Okay.
And I think it's like they didn't mold anything. Everything was subbed out to China.
Yeah.
But this company now is called Zinelli or Zinzan or something like that. No, Zinzan's a YouTuber.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on it.
But they're re-releasing them all. All the Kitty Hawk kits are coming back, which is fantastic news.
Did we read the other day that Meng have got all the Wingnut Wings tooling? Is that correct?
No.
Who's got the tooling for Wingnut Wings then?
They're all over the place. They're all over China, all different manufacturers.
Is that right?
The Border Models Lancaster didn't come from Meng. I think
Right.
what happened, I think from reading between the lines, I think Wingnut Wings contracted out their tooling, and then the tooling manufacturer chose who they would use for the molding.
Okay.
Because, if you design tooling to a certain person's way of working, sort of thing. So, but it's like Meng released the 132nd and the 124th Fokker DR1, but they haven't released anything else. I don't think Meng have got all the Wingnut Wings tooling. I wish some of it would reappear, but unfortunately, you'll get Chinese companies will use the tooling, give us shit instructions. They'll get bits wrong. They'll be warped and what, just like the Meng Fokker is. So,
What's next on Qatari? That's a BF 109, isn't it, from Qatari?
next from Qatari is a Spitfire Mark 5.
Yeah.
And there's a BF 109 at the end of this year, yeah. Just had an email from Richard now that the Mark 5's on its way.
Is it? Right. New parts, I guess, for the Mark 5.
Oh, God, yes, a lot different than the Mark 1.
Sarah May, to talk about the Meng, I've just received the Mastiff 2. Looking forward to that.
They are lovely kits, man. They do have some accuracy issues, but they do go together very, very well.
I think half the battle is that, though. If you've got a kit that just goes well together with a bit of snot and a little bit, it's accuracy doesn't really come into it. I don't.
It's the same with hobby boxes. They don't do their research. It's like they've done the World War I Rolls Royce armored car, and they've just gone straight to a museum and gone, that's it.
Yeah.
It's got the wrong wheels, it's got the wrong running boards, it's got the wrong grill. It's like,
Is that why the cockpits are usually so empty, so they won't have to worry about making those mistakes?
yeah, I guess they just don't care.
Could be. Anyways, right. That was a good discussion. It's if I go onto here, it'll present. Hopefully, I've got this right. So I need. Where is it to? There you go. That one there. If I click share, it should come up. So these are the entries to the Roy Cross group build that we had, which was a competition. So I think we've got 6 entries. Mine is still half built. I haven't got around to finishing mine, but as soon as I do, I will put it out there. So basically tonight we're going to go through these 6 people who have entered into the competition, and we're going to judge them, and then we're going to pick a winner. He's going to win I think it was I got a Chinook here to send out to them. You could win a Boeing Chinook, and I think Black Rifle Model Works has a kit as well, but I can't remember when what it was. I can't remember which one Luke had for you, but the second prize will be that. So you'll also win more stickers and stuff, and but yeah, there'll be. I'll try and get something out to everyone who's taken part, definitely for this. But anyway, so first off, this was Nick Goatley. He's built this. I can't even say it. Is it Savoia? Savoia? It's a Marchetti. Yeah, SM79. I think he's done a cracking job with the modelling on this.
Yeah, that's nice.
It's a very, very nice build. I love the way he's got this with a sky background. So basically, that's the model build. That's everything he used. He used Outlaw paints, so Tamiya. He's used Ultimate Airbrush, Ultimate products, a little bit of rusting cellulose thinner. He says there. So this is his, and a little bit of rigging, and that's the final build there. I think that's very, very good. So
that's nice, I like
that's
that.
a really good entry on that one. So that's the first one. Now this chap here, I've never met him before, but it's John Parker, and he's hand building and used a hairy stick on this 88mm gun, an SDK FZ7 tractor. So it's a lovely bit of work there. I like the way he's done the stripes on that one.
Nice one, John.
Nice one, John, for that one.
Yeah, cheers.
Hammy, I think you say Paite, I think. He lives abroad, but he's built this Henshaw HS123, which is not an easy kit to build.
Beautiful airplane.
Vintage classic. One scheme on the front. You've got the engine looking absolutely superb on the front of this one.
It's nice.
Very, very well done. Building down. Straight out of the box build, by the way. Nothing added to this. Straight out of the box.
Yeah,
I think he's got that yellow stripe spot on. I think that's a decal, isn't it? That yellow stripe.
Yeah, it is. It's a decal that I've built that before. Definitely
cracking decal on that. Got that absolutely sorted. You'll raise panel lines there and rivets, and I think he's done an absolute phenomenal job on that. Well done for that, mate. Because those wheels aren't easy. Those, what they call those covers on the wheels. There's a word for them, isn't there?
Spats.
Spats, yeah, spats.
Yeah.
Right, Darren Hall is also entered.
Wow,
really nice.
This is I would call a dog shit kit. I tell you the reason why. When you pick up these kits, and I've got 3 upstairs.
Yeah.
The spokes are always broken.
Yeah.
Because they're loose in the box. The spokes on those wheels are broken. So I'm pretty sure that he's had to build this. He had to build up those wheels because there's no way they would, unless he got, unless it was really well looked after. But cracking job there with the number plate and the rifles there, because it was British small arms, wasn't it? It was called, wasn't it?
That's right.
I did a video on it, and but I think he's done an absolute legend. I'm pretty sure this is. I think this is done with a hairy stick as well. I don't think he airbrushed this one.
Yeah, my uncle had that. He had one of them.
But look at the back end. What's a really, really good, a good example, I should say,
nice finish
of that BSA 250. Congratulations, you've done a phenomenal job on that. Really, really nice. Gary Hilder. Hilder, is it? Hilder, is it?
Yeah.
Hilder is Hilder, isn't it?
Hyder.
I thought H-I-D-E-R.
Hyder. No, it's got an L in it, so it can't be Hyder. It's got an L in there.
I got the wrong bloke then.
Yeah, Gary Hilder.
Gremlins.
He's
Gremlin.
Yeah, he's done this one. Blenheim 4, actually out of an actual old kit as well, and I think he's done a great job with this.
Yeah.
Lovely. You picked the right scheme for us. I actually like the French schemes.
Yeah.
Absolutely cracking there. Really well done there.
That's a good job to do it with that kit, because it's a challenging kit to build.
It's a very challenging kit.
It was my favourite model aeroplane, that one.
Yeah.
I like the framework finish is good.
So I jumped a bit, and then finally Luke jumped this one in for us. Black Rifle Model Wax.
Bloody hell.
Look at that. Look at that.
Where's the Jeep?
Yeah.
I don't know why Gary Hyder's come up in there, but it's definitely Luke. Black Rifle Model Wax. Cracking job on this.
Yeah.
Actually, it's the storage inside that I like. If I scroll down a little bit more, there's the storage inside.
That's nice.
Absolutely cracking build. So there you are. There's the entrance to it. So guys, we're gonna have to pick a winner and pick a second place of all of them. So I don't know how we want to do this.
We can do it, or the viewers going to do it.
Let's have a look and give us a vote. Who do you think should be first, and we'll count them in the comments. That's the best way of doing it, isn't it? So we'll keep an eyes peeled.
Should we comment on here?
Yeah, comment on here which build. So actually name the model that you think should be first place. Okay, so there's Blenheim, the Marchetti, the BSA 250, the 88mm gun, or the Henschel HS 123A. So you've got Blenheim, you've got BSA there. We've got Marchetti, the SM79 for me, brilliant. SM79. Okay, we've got the Savio, that one there, BSA motorcycle. So that's 2 for the motorcycle, 3 for the motorcycle. Anyone else wants to vote could just put in there which one they think should win. BSA again. The Machete there is also getting a vote. Really put in the comments, folks. If you know. BSA again, BSA. Darame's put the Machete, fair enough. So I could be picking the winner. It'll be the BSA SM79. Are you folks able to hear Nigel okay? It's like his mic comes in and goes. Yeah, absolutely fine. I can hear Nigel fine. So at the moment, the BSA is looking like the winner. We're going to close it in 30 seconds. So put your winner in. That's the BSA. BSA again.
Okay, people, I'm counting Soviet, okay?
Yeah.
So somebody to count BSA.
I'll count BSA.
All right. 1, 2, 3.
Yeah, okay, I'll count BSA.
2.
I don't know. I'm seeing a lot of Marchettis.
Hang on. Right, BSA 1.
I think we may need to count.
11, 12, 13, 14.
I'll double count again. Go back up to the top.
Got mine. I've got mine. It's ended now, yeah?
Yes, ended now. Right, let's go again. Right, start again then. Right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 16 BSAs, Nigel.
14.
All right, so the BSA is the winner. Congratulations to the winner.
Very good.
And there were some really, really good ones there. And I think second place we have to put the Marchetti. So there is Hyder. Sorry, I put Hilda down. I thought I copied and pasted it. So the winner is the BSA bike. Could you email me, please?
Yeah, because you've won a holiday to California for 2 weeks.
Yeah. Yeah. And Nick Goatley can message me as well. You can be second place, and I'll get Luke to send that to you, my friend. So the winner of the competition for this group build is the BSA motorbike, and I think it's a worthy winner. It's cracking build that.
Cracking that. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, fair play to you, mate.
Have you put out what the second prizes are yet, Moss?
The second prize is the kit that Luke shared.
He had the Airfix Buffalo and Jeep, and there was
That's
also
the
a second kit. There was a second kit of the 75mm assault gun.
Yeah. So they'll go to second.
Yeah.
Yeah, they'll go second place, and the Chinook will go to what's his name now? Darren Hall. So he gets that. So well done, gentlemen, ladies. Thank you very much for entering. We'll do another group build at some point. This one, the one that I can actually take part in and actually do. But as I said, I've been so busy. Nobody seems to realise how hard work it is trying to get paint over in this country. I got absolutely shafted this week on the paint. So not Jason's side, Australian. So to ship it from Australia to here, I got a bill for 600 odd quid. And then they said, that's all good, brilliant. And then the Australian port has whacked on another £500.
What for?
For receiving the goods, doing the paperwork, and putting it on the boat. Fuck all. Because all the paperwork's done. All they've got to do is take it out the back of Jason's car and put it on that boat. And they've charged
I had a weird one this week. I sent the kit to a guy.
Yeah.
No, I've been ill this week. I had food poisoning. I arranged it to be collected. And then I thought, sod this, I'm going to go and get some fresh air. So I took it to the post office. I cancelled the collection. And they charged me an extra 20p. They charged me extra for not using their service. What's that all about?
So that's what they've done now. Is this Royal Mail?
Yeah.
Yeah, so basically this is the con. This is why I say that, with Outlaw Paints, we can produce a label from the Royal Mail website. If I can't take it to the what's it called? What do they call it? The collections or sorting office, and I've got to drop it to the post office, they charge you 20p for the privilege of shipping it to the post. Now, what fucks me off is that my sorting office is only open between the hours of 8 a.m. and 10 a.m.
What I don't understand, Moss, they'll send a guy to my house to collect it
for free,
and they'll print the label and everything. If I print my own label and take it to the post office, they charge me more.
Yeah, I don't get it. It's an absolute shit show. I think the Royal Mail are fucking with us.
And it ain't very green either. It ain't very green. So what they're saying is they're going to charge me less to have their diesel van driving around all day collecting parcels than me walking to the post office.
It's a con, mate. It's an absolute con. I think Royal Mail are charlatans.
They're trying to shut the post office down, is what they're doing.
That's what they're doing.
Yeah, they are. And it's not just Royal Mail. I had a missed delivery from Every because they didn't tell me when it was coming. Missed delivery. It's like, oh, would you like to rearrange your delivery? Yeah, £2.45. So what? I have to pay you to re-deliver because you didn't say when you were coming? Madness.
Yeah. No, Royal Mail have totally paused. That I think it's absolutely disgusting that, because that's, to me, it's absolutely horrendous because the post office don't even get that 20p. I know that because I've spoken to two postmistresses, and they've both said the same. We don't see a penny of that.
It's ridiculous.
I think that's absolutely bollocks. Absolutely bollocks. So they're charging. I wrote to my local MP about it. I think that is because I said, all right, if the sorting office was open, because I promised people that if they get an order to me about Outlaw Paint by 3 p.m, I will get it to the post office and ship. 24 hours, they get it next day. That's what I've always done. Because after 3, it's not, so we'll get to the post office. But, before 3 o'clock, I'm there because I leave the ranch at 3:30 every day. I get it shipped there. But they started charging me 20p now for every time I take it because I can't drop it. And I said to them, that's all right if they put the post office, the sorting office was open those hours. But no one in any business who's offering a next day service is going to be able to do it if the sorting office isn't open between 8 and 10. You know, open all day. Those 2 hours in the morning, not a chance.
Is it 20 pence per item?
20 pence per item you get.
Jesus. Hmm.
I'm just going to say, well done, Darren. That's the first model he's built in 10 years, and he's gone and done that. Say,
I think he's lying. I think he's been modelling for the last 20 years.
Yeah.
I was checking intercoms on the paints. FOB sounds as though it was CP. There's another word for it. It was X-Wax or X-Wax and something else. And we thought we're doing it one way, and they've come back and said that's the bill. And nothing I can do about it, you know. So we've got to find to be honest with you, I could have flown it over for an extra £200 for what I've spent on it going by boat in 40 days. It's just it's just not right. So it's I've had to swallow the cost because I can't up the price of the paint. It's already at top end. I'm going to swallow that cost and just hope that people buy other paints that we've got in the range, you know, like the candy colours, the washes that we do, the rusts, everything else. So, yeah, I'm quite painful about that. It's Royal Mail needs to be investigated. It's absolutely disgusting what Royal Mail are doing to the post office.
The other thing, they've stopped doing it now, but they were doing it a few months ago. Where I live, they were sending postmen to certain different areas of the estate. So you'd find you didn't get any post Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and on Thursday you got like 12 letters.
Yeah.
And what I found out was they were storing the letters up, like they would only send the postman past my house every Thursday.
Yeah.
So you know, you'd get a bit, you got like 24 hours to pay it instead of 4 days. You know, it's terrible.
I know. Down over the hills for me, Honiton Town have said they've not had post on a Saturday for 3 months. The postman doesn't deliver post on a Saturday anymore, and I think that's dreadful. I believe that Royal Mail has always been, and when it was sold, as it was sold to be private, one of the rules were that post was a 6-day-a-week thing.
Yeah.
Now it's a 4-day-a-week thing.
It's a 7-day-a-week thing here. I get post 7 days a week now.
What even letters?
Royal Mail parcels are now 7 days a week.
I don't get a letter 7 days a week, no.
That's what I mean. Letters and stuff. It's a 4-day-a-week on the letters and every day for parcels.
Right.
But still, if you put on there you want to track service next day, if you say you send it on a Saturday, they don't guarantee it on a Sunday. But they're saying, oh, we do deliveries on a Sunday now, but you can't buy that service on a Sunday delivery.
I sent some stuff out recently, and both packets were the same. It was some resin parts. And one went to Boston in the USA, and one went to Bridgewater. And it got to Boston before Bridgewater.
Yeah, X-Wax. Yeah, it got changed to X-Wax for some reason. So, and then they shafted me. But I need to speak to Jason. So, it's something I want to swallow the cost, obviously. So it's something that I'll have to deal with, and we will. Once bitten, twice shy. You know what I mean? It's we will look at other. As I said, nobody wanted to know. When we were speaking to brokers, basically, to get this stock across, as soon as we mentioned lack of paint and dangerous goods certificate, they're like, nah, it's not for us, thank you. In fact, we can't ship that boat originally was going to go on. We had to cancel that delivery because they can't take those goods into Singapore, into the port of Singapore. That boat's got to go direct to India because they won't allow dangerous goods on the Singapore port. Any dangerous goods.
I think very particular about what they let into their country. So in
Yeah.
Singapore, I mean, you know,
It wasn't coming off the boat. It will stay on the boat. That's the thing. It will stay on the boat. The boat does a circuit. Goes from Australia to Singapore to India, Amsterdam, and all that. Southampton. So yeah, it's not good. I think I've totally I think I was really upset on Thursday about it. I was like, you know, what the crack is all this? There's nothing I can do
No, you
about
weren't
it.
happy, were you, Moss?
I was very annoyed. But with all businesses, there's always these growing pains. But I just want to get the product over here because I think once it starts selling, it will sell well. And we've got magazine articles coming out with people using it. I've sent it off a load of paint this week to another magazine who wants to build 2 planes with the product because they've got it in their hands already. They love it, but they want to use it on bigger builds. So I've got to send that out. So it's we've already talked about that, making it under license. But it's with Outlaw paint now being sold, Jason's selling it to somebody else. I don't know where I stand at the moment. Properly, not in written terms. All I've got is a gentleman's agreement. So we shall wait and see. But
I'd just like to say on the subject of Outlaw paint, in this really warm weather we're having at the moment, if any of the newer modelers out there are struggling using the Outlaw paint, you're finding it drying in the tip, just put the paint back in the jar and put a tiny drop of leveling thinners in the bottom of your airbrush.
Yeah.
And then put the Outlaw paint in and just give it a blowback. It needs just literally 5%. I've been trying it this week. I've been doing some tests when it's been warm. And
Yeah.
you tip dry with it. It does dry, just like every other paint does. I wonder if it will, and it does. But 10%, 1% thinners, and it flows like magic.
Flows like magic. Yeah. Also, I've contacted Icky Sticky because I'm interested in their sanding sticks and stuff. So this week we've got a business meeting to decide how much that stuff we're going to bring across.
Oh, please, Moss, their sanding sticks are awesome.
And also I've got 200 rows of the niche band masking tape, which fits in it's just under 12 mil. This is, but it will fit in your Tamiya 10 mil dispenser. We'll be doing 2 rows for $5. That's coming over this week as well.
7.87 mil it is. Have we got any Australian people in the chat tonight?
I think Paul was in earlier.
Paul Price is there.
Yeah.
And Paul.
Is he gone, is he?
No, Paul's still there.
Want to know, Outlaw paint, what colour is that? Because I'm doing that in Australian colours. What colour is that? Bound to do that colour.
Is that an Airbus or something?
No, it's an E78 Wedgetail, but I'm doing it in Australian livery.
Oh,
It's
okay.
like in the box. But I want to know what colour it is. I don't know if they use American colours or if they use their own. They'll pause there. They'll do Outlaw paint.
Red Star, Post Office, Nalva's DPD. Yes. Every, no. Not all post offices have Every at the moment. If Every's already in a shop like a Premier or a co-op, the post office don't get a look in. So if the town's already, unless something goes wrong with that, they won't shift it to post office. But I will be. Apparently, it should be the same as the USA, Nigel.
Thank you very much.
So, yeah. Anyway,
Moss.
So if the 2 winners can contact me with their addresses, I'll get them shipped out. I will also send out something to everyone that did partake in this.
Cool.
Definitely welcome along and thank you for taking part. We'll do another group build at some point with some more prizes and whatnot. I had a Chinook and we had Roy Cross pass away, so it felt it was a good thing to do. So they've got an idea of what it is. Maybe we can do another group build. But this time, what I will do is ask people to email me via my email address. Then, because I had people contacting me on Facebook and on Instagram, and I lose track. Then this way, if I've got Roy Cross, what I did was on the emails, I just dragged them into a Roy Cross folder, so I'm able to do that. So, Celtic West is saying that tape is it's good tape. It's good tape, isn't it? Tabodigo's used it. No bleed whatsoever. It goes down nice. John uses it. Nigel's used it, I believe.
Yeah.
It's great tape.
I had a friend called Dave from our model club, and I said, do a comparison for me with Tamiya. And he went through it all, and he said, for the price of it, he said, this is up there with Tamiya. He thinks that when he went over the rivets on a raised surface, the Tamiya bonded down a lot more, but because you got that waxy feel to it. I truly believe that this is the tape that Tamiya used to have 10 years ago, but it was yellow. I think Tamiya tape is not the same as it was 10 years ago. You know, people quote me on that on the thing. I think Tamiya tape 10 years ago, or even 5 years ago, was totally different to what they use now. And I was recommended this as a rice paperback, but it was like a waxy feel. I've never had bleed with this tape. I've had bleed with Tamiya, and I don't think. And you know, as I said, it'll be on the website this week. 2 rows for £5. So if you want to buy some paint and buy a couple of rows of this, and you can see for yourself, it's very, very good tape, and it has got some flex to it as well. And like I've said, it fits perfectly. That's the middle one there. It fits perfectly in your 10 mil.
If you've got a infinity cutting mat, you can cut it to any width you want.
Yeah, infinity cutting mat.
Cut it to 15 mil, James.
I'll cut it to 15 mil, Nigel.
you overlap it, then you cut it to the 15 mil. Yeah. We'll get back to you on the colour knives. The RAF Poseidon and Wedgetail are the same colour.
I'm not doing RAF, mate. I'm doing Australian. I always get asked, why don't you do the Australian option? I like doing the US Air Force if I can.
I'll put this in here as well because I'm trying to. I've sold over 100 books now. So, are you enjoying it?
Yes, I've loved it.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Recommended by Nigel.
I love the one about the prick that was using your DJ equipment.
Oh yeah, honestly, absolutely.
Good stuff.
Yeah. It was
Outlaw paints.
Yeah. That Gannet, man.
Lovely, isn't it?
Yeah.
Really nice paint. Goes down beautifully. Nothing peeled off. It's all been masked over and over and over again. But yeah, really happy with that. And that is not extra dark sea grey. That's just sea grey. So you can see it's over the pre-shade, and it's sort of properly weathered back. It looks bloody awesome.
It is great paint.
I say so myself. But that kit. I don't know. Is Sully still here? 12 hours.
Sully
so I'm here. Sorry, yeah, it's a bit busy.
12 hours, Sully, I spent on those decals.
At all?
Oh God!
I spent 5 minutes. I think I used about 4.
Oh right, I used every single one.
I didn't use that, mate. I didn't need to for mine.
My God. There's a couple of mistakes I need to speak to Airfix about. They can maybe correct on the next one. But how does it work, boss, with Airfix? Because your mate designs them, doesn't he?
Say that again.
With Airfix, your mate designs them, doesn't he?
Jonathan Mock, yeah.
So does he actually design them as like tell them where to put the carrier film and everything as well?
I have no idea. We must ask him back on at some point to ask him some more questions. He's been on before.
There's some anomalies with that. It's like they got decals. You got like a frame going around a panel on the wing. It's got no carrier film and it's sitting on top of raised rivets, and it just turns into a floppy figure of 8. It's just awful.
Really?
Yeah, really difficult. Somebody new to the hobby. I mean, they're kind of they go down awesome, but it's just really strange design.
On a flip side of that, with Jonathan, he was ill.
Yes, I've seen that in my video.
And he's now back full time working on the decals for Airfix, but they did outsource it to somebody else.
I did see it in the video. I wonder if he designed the artwork. I and then someone else has decided where the carrier film could be in that. It's never really done it before. Because Airfix decals are normally the best on the planet, in my opinion. But those, they just think they have extra work. I feel like have a look.
Oh, he's making a noise. Yeah, Alex done his in Outlaw as well. You were quite impressed with how it went down, weren't you? Yeah.
Really nice.
I've said I wouldn't put my name to something I didn't believe in. And I do understand people have thoughts and everything, and there's a lot said. I'm not in it, of course I'm gonna make money from doing it. The idea would be it would be nice to make it in this country, but at the moment that's all up in the air. But I wouldn't put my name to something that there's trouble, you see, because that's it, But when I was asked if I want to take it on, I went away. I talked with my business partner, who, by the way, is not a modeler per se, but he's a very knowledgeable man on corgi and Hornbeast products, because that's his field, especially with auctioning and stuff. He's very knowledgeable on it. And we always thought that there would be a time when we would want to go for it, to sell, but not sell model kits, but to do things like this and bring things into the country. And as I said, it's just because we've got growing pains on working things out that we've done. But I wouldn't do it if I didn't believe in the product, And hopefully we'll get lots of it in, and they'll be able to put it into shops. But that's another further step. Oh, I know Alex has got his, and we've got an agreement with Alex. So if he wants paint, he can buy it off us and sell in the shop. At the moment, it's just a case of just trying to get the product in that people can try it. And the one thing I've found is that people haven't just come and bought one lot of paint off me. They may buy 2 or 3 bottles, but then the next time they order, they've ordered 5 or 6. And if you spend over £100, we'll send you a free paint rack to go with it as well, which I've done twice now. 2 people have spent over £100, and I've sent a paint rack as well. So we've been with the thing.
Paint racks ain't that cheap these days, are they?
No, well, I got a deal on them, so I was able to buy 15 for a price. So I got them in, and I thought we'll give them away. Also, I've got this as well. These are coming in next week. So if you buy over £20 worth of Outlaw paints, we've got these door hangers to give away with the paints as well. So I've got them designed. They're coming this week. So it's not 2, so they're forward and back, obviously. So they're coming as well. So if you want to buy paint, I think they're due in next week. But if you buy paint now and you spend over £20, we will we'll send them out to you singly, because it only costs me
I need one of those off when I get another dog, because I'm not near. My next dog's not coming in when I'm painting.
Yeah. Just quickly, just for myself, about my book. Some people put some nice comments. If you can put them on Amazon, that's even better, because I need reviews on Amazon. James Carahan says, good book, good read, Mars, makes me chuckle. Darren Hall says, loving the book. Gary's working his way through it. Stephen Potts obviously found a chapter he liked. I can relate with shopping with the wife. And everyone should buy this book, not because Moz wrote it, but because it's a damn good book. So thank you, guys. You use these door hangers at a hotel room, yes, but I wouldn't go spray your lacquer paints because they can smell it next door. So, but yeah, that's the idea. They'll be coming out. They'll say I've got the order in for 100. Once they've gone, they've gone. I've got another 100 in for the Moz. I've got a Moz one coming as well. Guys designed it for me. He's absolutely brilliant. Done a really good job on them. Because they're going to be given to the channel members. So, anyways, anybody else want to report their channel? Pardon?
Can you let me know his details? I'll get some made as well.
Yeah, okay, yeah, definitely. Yeah, I'll get them sorted for you, mate. Not a problem. Right then, folks. Thanks for watching. It's 10:05. Again, thank you, Moz. Thank you, Fenris. Thank you, James. Thank you, John. Thank you, John. Thank you, Alex. Thank you, Nigel. And where the hell have you been, Sully?
I've been here the entire time, just trying to get a word in edgeways with you lot.
Hold on, bloody hell, calm down.
If you want to see Sully, he'll be at the Blue Lamp Model Expo 2024. Okay. If you want to see me,
Sully in here, you'll find him.
Yeah,
it should be there.
If you want to go and visit and see Sully, he'll be at the Blue Lamp. And if you are down this way and want to visit me and say hi to me, I will have books as well. If you want to buy a book off me, you can. I'll be at the North Devon Model Show Sunday, August the 18th. So you've got Blue Lamp this Saturday on the 17th, and on the Sunday, the day after, you've got this one. Anyways, thanks all for watching. Really good chat tonight, and we'll see you next week. Take care all, and
guys.
bye-bye.